Today's story is unlike any other. This is the tale of Juha and the Enchanted Treasure, one of Juha's longest and most exciting adventures, filled with wit and surprises. But before we begin, don't forget to support us by subscribing to the channel and turning on the notification bell so you never miss a new story. If you enjoy this tale, give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments. Now, without further ado, let's dive deep into this thrilling adventure. One day, Juha was sitting under a large tree in front of his house, sipping a cup of tea and gently patting his donkey's head. Just then, an old man approached, looking exhausted. The old man said, "Juha, I've heard that you are the smartest man in the village, and I need your help with a serious matter." Juha raised his eyebrows with curiosity and replied, "Serious? Tell me, what is it?" The man sighed and lowered his voice. Many years ago, there was a wealthy merchant named Mansoor. He possessed an unimaginable amount of gold, but before he disappeared forever, he hid it in a secret location. No one has ever been able to find it, but there's an ancient map that says the treasure is buried in the cursed forest. The old man's voice trembled as he mentioned cursed forest, but Juha simply laughed and said, "The cursed forest? You mean the one everyone fears because of silly ghost stories? My friend, ghosts are more afraid of me than I am of them." The old man insisted, "But there's a catch. The map is incomplete, and the path to the treasure is full of dangers. No one who has entered that forest has ever returned safely." Juha smirked and said, "Well then, this sounds like a new challenge for me. I'll go myself and return with the gold." Without hesitation, Juha packed his bag, secured it on his donkey's back, grabbed the map, and set off on his adventure. As he entered the forest, the air grew colder, and the towering trees blocked out the sunlight. Strange birds chirped in the distance, but Juha wasn't easily frightened. He glanced at the map and saw that it pointed to a massive tree called the Black Raven Tree, the starting point of his quest. He walked for hours until he finally found the tree, only to face a new problem. There were 3 different paths ahead, and he had no idea which one to take. Turning to his donkey, Juha said, "My friend, which path should we take? You're smarter than you look." The donkey stared at the 3 paths, then confidently trotted toward the middle one. Juha chuckled and said, "Looks like my donkey has better instincts than I do. All right, let's follow him." After hours of walking, Juha reached a wide river. The only bridge was broken. He muttered to himself, "Another challenge. How am I going to cross this?" Then he noticed some old ropes and scattered wooden planks nearby. Using the ropes, he carefully tied the planks together, creating a small bridge. Step by step, he cautiously walked across, while his donkey stood on the other side, watching him in astonishment. After continuing on his journey, Juha arrived at a large cave. As soon as he stepped inside, he was startled to find a group of masked men wielding swords. They were bandits, also searching for the treasure. Their leader stepped forward and demanded, "Who are you, stranger? And what are you doing here?" Juha smiled and replied, "Oh, I'm just a lost traveler looking for shelter, but it seems I've entered the wrong place." The leader laughed mockingly. "Don't lie. We know you're here for the treasure. Now, hand over the map immediately, or you won't leave this cave alive." Juha thought quickly, and then spoke slyly. "Oh, gentlemen, no need for violence. Let's make a deal. I will lead you to the treasure, but on one condition." The leader narrowed his eyes. "What condition?" Juha replied, "You must let me check the area first to ensure it's safe. There are dangerous traps guarding the treasure. The leader glanced at his men, then nodded. Fine, but if you try to trick us, this cave will be your grave. Juha took out the map and led them deeper into the cave until they reached a hidden chamber. Ancient carvings covered the walls, and in the center stood a massive stone chest, appearing to conceal something valuable. Juha stepped closer and said, "All right, gentlemen, I will open the chest. But you must all step back. It could be booby-trapped." The bandits hesitated, then cautiously moved away. Juha began muttering strange words, pretending to chant a magical spell. Then, suddenly, he shouted, "It's a trap! The walls are about to collapse!" Panicked, the bandits bolted toward the exit, leaving everything behind. Juha seized the opportunity, quickly opening the chest. Inside, he found a bag filled with gold and sparkling jewels. He smirked. "Fooled them again! Now, I must leave before they come back." Juha stuffed the treasure into his bag, rushed out of the cave, mounted his donkey, and rode as fast as he could back to his village. When he returned, he shared his thrilling adventure with the villagers, but he didn't reveal the full extent of his discovery. Instead, he used the treasure to build a water well for the poor and help those in need. Soon, his legend spread across the neighboring villages as the man who had dared to enter the cursed forest and returned victorious. As for the bandits, when they finally returned to the cave, they found it completely empty. Furious and defeated, they realized they had been outwitted. But there was nothing they could do. Juha had once again proven that he wasn't just a witty trickster, but a true genius in the face of danger. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to support us by liking, subscribing to the channel, and sharing it with your friends. See you soon in another exciting tale.